Students of grade 8. Today we are studying the left page, that is the previous page of the chapter The Future of Polar Bear, page number 37, and we are giving the explanation of the last two paragraphs, that is paragraph number 5 and number 6. So let's continue. So the uh, paragraph 5, the indigenous people of the Arctic are threatened by climate change too. Their culture has evolved to deal with extreme conditions, like the polar bear. They hunt seal and are affected by thinning ice. Their bear is also part of their culture and history. There are many folk tales and spiritual belief that reveals how closely their lives are entwined, and the polar bear's decline is also a warning for those who care about the survival of the indigenous people of Arctic region. So, students, first of all, indigenous means native, originating or occurring naturally in a particular place. That means the people of a certain place who are uh, people of certain place who have adopted to that certain climatical change. So as the climate change, as the thinning of ice is affecting polar bear, it's affecting the people over there also, because they also depend on the hunting of seal, and their life would be affected by these climatical change. And as the polar bear is also the part of their culture and history, so as it's also part of their culture and history, so if they are affected, it would have been an adverse effect on the people of this particular region. So it's on not only the save we have to do something to save the polar bear, but we have to do something to save those native people of Arctic region also. Now, the most important, can the polar bear survive? No one knows, okay, because we are not sure about that. Maybe they might adapt to become a land species, hunting for different food, but if so, would there be sufficient food for them also? And then they would be open for there would be an open competition also, and at that condition maybe they would might also mate with bear species such as brown bear, in which case do you think that the polar bear uh, would be survive in its original condition, in its natural origin? Or maybe then it wouldn't be any uh, then it wouldn't be the polar bear, okay, then it would become any ordinary brown bear. So this was the chapter. Now we are moving to the level 1. Students, the level 1 is which type of tiger is already extinct, which type of elephant is at high risk of extinction. The Bali tiger is extinct and the Indian elephant is at high risk of extinction. Which animals apart from polar bear are vulnerable? The lion and the African elephants are vulnerable. Name two ways through which land development endanger animals. Farming industry, the growth of communities. Where can the polar bear be found? They can be found the Arctic Circle and the surrounding lands and sea. What is the polar bear's main food? Its main food is seal. Are now uh, what are snow caved used for? Snow caved are used as maternity dens for giving and rearing the young ones. Now, student, in our next session of this program, this session next now students, in our next session we are doing some examples of direct speech and indirect speech. He said, I live in the city center. That is a present tense, and every present tense, when we will change it into indirect sentence, we will remove the inverted comma, comma, and then the simple present tense will change into past tense. That is, he said he lived in a city center. He said, I am going out. The same rules apply. Remove all the punctuations, all the inverted comma, comma, and then the present continuous will change into past continuous. He said he was going out. As there is no, it's just the subject, which who the person who is saying, that's why we will change the pronoun into he. He said, I have finished. The have past tense had. He said he had finished, and the same rules for the punctuation. He said, I have been studying a lot. Present perfect continuous. He said he had been studying a lot. That is also uh, past perfect continuous. Okay, so you see, all the present tense will change into past tense. The same rules for the punctuation. There is no inverted comma, no comma. He said, I arrived before you. This is the past simple. Past simple will change into past perfect. That is, he said he had arrived before you. He said, I had already left. He said he had already left. That means past perfect will remain the same. There is no change in the sentence. He said, I will be there at 2 p.m. He said he would be there at 2 p.m. That is future simple. He said, I'm going to call Alan. He said he was going to call Alan. The same rule of moving the tense one step back also applies to the modal verb. For example, I can swim, she said. Remove the inverted comma, remove the comma, and then she said she could swim. She said, I must go. She said that there is no past tense for the must, so there is she had to go. She said, I may drive there. She said she might drive there. She said, shall we start? She asked if we should start. So students, this is for today, and after that you have to do the page number 42, and in page number 42 you have to write the dialogues. There is a piece of information about the Bali tiger, and then you have to take the information from this piece of the this piece of the about the piece of information about the Bali tiger, and then you have to write a dialogues between two students. You can see the instruction or guidelines from the page 42, and for this you can take the help from the internet as well. This is all for today. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.